This is an extremely controversial concept in this video. Why all fat people deserve to die. Now, here are some important stats. The effect of obesity is over 200 different diseases and cancers. It kills 2.8 million people annually. On average, it reduces your lifespan by at least 4, but up to around 10 years on average. And there are 5+ billion people with excess body fat in the world today, not just America. Before I go further, I just want to make it clear that fat people deserve to die, not because I think they should die, or that because I hate fat people. My whole YouTube channel is here to help fat people change their lives and lose body fat as quickly and effectively as possible, right? So I don't hate fat people and I don't want them to die. But I'm saying this because this is cause and effect. So the cause is poor dietary and lifestyle decisions slash circumstances. We'll get into circumstances in a bit, but basically this circumstance or decision this is the cause, right? The first order consequence. So this is the thing that happens immediately after, right? As a result of this. First order consequence is that you become fat or obese or you gain body fat. But every time that a consequence happens, that consequence becomes the cause of another consequence. So in some way, this is kind of how the universe works. We have a cause, an event, which leads to a consequence, and the consequence then becomes the cause of another consequence. So the consequence of this consequence, which is the second order consequence, is that you're at risk of over 200 different diseases because you became fat, because of your dietary and lifestyle decisions. The third order consequence is it'll shorten your lifespan or you'll die early. And then finally, we have the fourth order consequence. That doesn't mean this is the last consequence because we could go on forever here. But basically, the fourth order is that you will die from a disease caused by the obesity. So you died because of these decisions. These decisions didn't kill you, but these decisions caused you to become fat. You becoming fat caused you to get risk of over 200 different diseases. And then having over 200 different diseases at risk, that meant that you have shortened your lifespan automatically and you're likely to die early. And then because of that, you die early from a disease caused by obesity. It's pretty much guaranteed. And I don't say that because, like I said, I don't want you to die. But I'm saying this because you need to know this. You need to understand the consequences of actions. But it's not always your fault. You see, it's never really your fault at all. You wouldn't be fat if it wasn't for people who made the circumstances available for you to become fat. Because our ancestors didn't have these problems. Our ancestors, right? You can talk about like how there was all this poverty and starving and stuff. Most of that's bullshit. That happened after the agricultural revolution. Before the agricultural revolution, 10,000 years ago, was when we were hunter-gatherers. We would just be in the forest hunting animals and stuff, right? So we can talk about that. That was the healthiest humans have ever been, right? But anyway, basically, we've created circumstances, or people have created circumstances that allow you to become fat. Because back in those times when we were hunter-gatherers, it wasn't possible because we didn't have like how are we gonna get fat when we're in the wild hunting our food and fasting all the time? There's a statistic here that 73% of the food on grocery store shelves in America is ultra processed, which means it's basically inedible. It's not actually food. It has lots of chemicals. It's got lots of random things that we can't actually use. That's basically what ultra processed food is. And the US is currently the top ranked country for this, alongside the UK. So, yes, Western countries have it worse, but it doesn't mean that this is just a Western problem. This is a global problem because you can look at places like Malaysia and even like Korea now, like places that you would never think to become fat are now becoming fat just because this is universal. We have marketing here, McDonald's with their crafted for your craving ad. Like they're always making new advertising campaigns. They're trying to make you fat, is what I'm trying to say. Because when you fill out a fucking grocery store with 73%, three-quarters of the food isn't edible. And then you basically cram the streets with signs telling you that this is what you need to eat. It's clear they're trying to make you fat. And the reason for this is because it's highly profitable, because it is addictive. And I mean that's the first thing. It's addictive. That's the first order consequence. You become addicted, so now you only eat that food. But then the second order consequence is that you get diseases, like we talked about back here. Third order consequence is now you need to go to hospital to get treated with chemicals that don't solve the root of the problem, they just cover up the symptoms. So, I mean, there's heaps of examples of this. I don't know if I can have any on the top of my head right now, but basically, they cover up the symptoms of the problem without fixing the actual the center of it all. All the problems and everything is radiating out of the fucking problem, and then they will put a big like I don't know what analogy to use, but they're just covering it up. They're not solving anything. So basically, the third order consequence, you have a disease, and now you need to be treated. So the fourth order consequence is the medical industry makes money out of your diseases because you have to pay them your money, your family's money to solve the problem or to fix the symptoms, and yet you're going to die early anyway. This video is titled Why Fat People Deserve to Die. You deserve to die because it is the consequences of your actions. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility. Those people, they don't want to help you. They want to take your money and they want to take your soul. They don't want you to be healthy or lean because that's not profitable. They can't profit out of you if you've got nothing wrong with you. If there's no problems to be fixed, there's no money, there's no transactional value. You can't earn money from someone who doesn't have any problems. So you create problems and then you profit out of fixing the problems by creating another problem that you can then profit out of later on because they've got to fix that problem, and it creates a never-ending stream of problems, which is a never-ending stream of infinite money. I know I sound fucking crazy. This is like a conspiracy theory, but it has merit, right? You can say that as at least it has merit. This is real shit. That's why it's on you to change your life around and lose the body fat that you currently have. Because with great responsibility comes great power. I know you've heard the saying that with great power comes great responsibility. It works the other way around. When you take responsibility for something, you give yourself the power over that thing. When you are responsible for your health, and it's not the doctor, the fat doctor, it's not the fucking companies, it's not your parents, it's not anyone else, right? When you are solely responsible for your health, now you have the power to change your health. If you don't have the responsibility, you don't have the power. So it's all up to other people because it's their responsibility. That's why you need to be the one who takes the responsibility from other people over your own physical body and your life. It's your responsibility. No, it's not your fault, but fault and responsibility are very different things. Because the fault is the cause, the responsibility is the opportunity for change. I suppose fat people don't deserve to die. They only deserve to die if they choose to die, because, like I said, it's your responsibility. Now that you know that it's your responsibility, I want you to know that I'm here to help you achieve this goal, because this is so fucking important. If you need help, I have other videos on my YouTube channel detailing diet and lifestyle tips to maximize fat loss. And I'm going to have a lot of other videos with new information coming out in the future. And I'm also doing free one-on-one fat loss coaching. So if you actually need help to change your life through losing fat, to change your body, to improve your health, I'll personally work with you to make you lose all your excess body fat, get a six pack, improve your health, improve your diet and lifestyle to optimize for getting lean. And it's all for free. I'm not charging you a cent. In 3 months from now, you will have your lean body. So, this video, I hope it's motivational, educational, and transformational. This video is it can be difficult to make because it's such a controversial thing. No one wants to hear that they deserve to die. That doesn't sound very good at all, does it? But the point in doing this is so that you will learn to change. This is what it's about. Because you can just ignore it, not take responsibility, and, just complain that your life is shit forever. Or you can go through this painful realization that it is your responsibility and that your decisions mean that you are deserving of death. Because you're basically, if you keep on going now that you've watched this video, you're choosing to be at risk of over 200 diseases. Now that you know, you're choosing to shorten your lifespan and you're choosing to die early from a stupid fucking disease that no one can pronounce the name of. So anyway, good luck, bro.